Alright, today we're going to pick the best video game from each US state, and everything will be based on the game's setting and not production. Otherwise, every game will be based in California. So let's start. California. Let's start with the strongest. California, a state known for Hollywood stars, homeless people, and horny teenagers. There are many great picks for California, but if I had to choose one, I would choose LA Noire. If you're wondering why I'm not picking GTA 5, well, there's no such thing as Los Santos, and I'm trying to make this video as realistic as possible. So I'm going with LA Noire because it's a damn good game. The detailing of this game makes you moist. It's a literal replica of Los Angeles with actual locations. And that's not all, because the game is also good story-wise, and it's a shame we will never get the sequel. So for California, it's LA Noire. New Mexico. I swear if there was a decent Breaking Bad game, I would have picked it, but there isn't. All we have is a shitty mobile game that no one plays. So to pick one game for New Mexico, it would be Fallout 1.5 Resurrection. I know it's not a proper game, but a game is a game, and I can't find a better pick than this. I'm not a huge Fallout fan, but even I'll agree that Fallout games are enjoyable if you don't have the attention span of a fish. Well, technically, a fish's attention span is better than humans. So for New Mexico, we are going with Fallout. Rhode Island. The only reason 90% of people know about this state is because of Family Guy. I mean, just look how small this state is. Smaller than every single Arizona county. Even Will Smith's garden is bigger than Rhode Island, but anyway, we need a game, so why don't we go with a Family Guy game? See, I love Family Guy, but its game sucks, but there is one decent Family Guy game, which is Family Guy the video game. It's an old-gen video game with questionable character movements, but the animation looks cool, just like the show, and that is why I'll choose it. Alabama. The land where love and relationships have no boundaries. A state where there's nothing else to do other than watch football. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to announce to you that there's no single video game set in Alabama, unless I count college football, which I won't. There is an indie game called Alabama Bones, but we need a proper title that embraces Alabama culture. So I'm going with Game of Thrones, Telltale Edition. I know Westeros is not in Alabama, but Game of Thrones has some questionable relationships, and I love Telltale, or I should say we all love Telltale, so it's a perfect pick. And this is how Alabama is now Game of Thrones. Next is North Dakota. I'm a very intelligent guy, but even I have no idea what North Dakota is known for. The name is boring too, which can be explained because it is attached to Canada, but let's get back to the topic. Only reasonable North Dakota game is, where in North Dakota is Carmen Sandiego? No, this isn't a question, nor is this a Google search, but an actual game. The game is boring as hell, and you can play it on your browser if you magically don't own an Apple computer from the 80s, but I won't recommend it because there's nothing to do and you might get brain seizures halfway through just by looking at the graphics. So, North Dakota, hell no. I'm not saying that title again. South Dakota. The bigger brother of North Dakota and the state where Mount Rushmore is situated. This state is very unknown. I mean, it's so unknown that if you type Dakota on Google, it doesn't show up. Instead, Dakota Johnson shows up, which is crazy if you ask me. Anyway, we need to select a game. So what options do we have here? Well, we've got none except Ben 10, Protector of the Earth. This game is old and about Ben 10. Movement is bad, just like every single PlayStation game. And the only reason to play this game is if you are a Ben 10 fan and had a fake Omnitrix in your childhood. So South Dakota is now Ben 10. New York. Now this will be epic because we have so many options to choose from. New York, the home of the Empire State Building and a shitload of other ugly-looking buildings. So I had to carefully analyze this situation to select a video for New York, and we have some contenders. First is GTA 4. The less said about this masterpiece, the better. We also got Max Payne, a timeless classic that you can play while binge chilling. We also have Spider-Man 2018 with some extremely cool graphics. There is so much to choose from, and this is going to be difficult, but the winner is Grand Theft Auto 4. I know Spider-Man is good, and I'm acting like a nostalgia merchant, but trust me, this game is so damn good, and you will know it when you play it. This game doesn't need any superhero elements to make it a masterpiece, and that's why. New York belongs to the GTA 4. Maryland, the land of fishes. No, that's not an official nickname, but something that I made up in my mind just a second ago. So we don't really have a Maryland-based video game that could be called good or decent, but whatever. There are some MLB games, but we don't give a damn about sports games. So we're going to pick the Battle of Antietam in 1985. So this game is about the Battle of Antietam, as the title suggests. The day that is called the bloodiest day in American history. I'm not a historian, so I'm not going to talk about the battle itself. I'm going to talk about the game itself. The game looks shit, if you ask me. The graphics are just some pink lines and some blue lines. That's it. But the gameplay is even worse, so you better not play this game. But I'm still going to pick it up for Maryland. Or you can play this game. I'm not going to stop you because I can't even stop myself. Arizona, the state of the Grand Canyon. Yeah, that's what you probably know this state for. There are not many games situated in Arizona, let alone good or best ones. But there is Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. It has a portion of the Arizona, so I could pick it up. But would that be cheating? Well, still, I'm going to pick it up. So let me talk about Call of Duty Modern 3. This game is beautiful. It had some hard times. You know, the moments where you want to cry, but the gameplay is so fast, it won't let you. The Modern Warfare 3 reboot is also coming. And will it be as good as this game? Only the future will tell. But for today and now, Arizona is Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. Kansas. Right, Kansas. It seems like video game developers only know 4 US states. But we still need a game. So this time, I'm going to keep my stereotypes away and choose an indie game called Dead Secrets. This game is about farmland. I mean, it's based on Kansas, so farmland is obvious. So it's a murder mystery game that starts pretty lame, but gets good. It's not very long, so you can finish it very quickly too. So, Kansas gets Dead Secrets. Alright, I think that's enough for today's video. I know it's not very long, and there are still about 40 states left, but that's for other parts. There will be more parts in this series until we finish this map, and then something else is going to happen after we finish this map. So stay tuned, subscribe, and wait for the next part. But for today, this is what the final map looks like. We've got California, both Dakota states, Arizona, New Mexico, and other states. But the next part will feature more states. And yeah, subscribe so you can see that part too. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.